It's the honeymooners' second day at Sunshine Camp. So far, it's not quite the romantic break the Feltons hoped for.
Kids are starting already. Right, we're going in for breakfast, Moskies. Kids, come on!
The relentless activities mean husband James hasn't yet been able to consummate the marriage.
Trying to. We tried to last night, but she weren't feeling too good. So, had a bit of time on my own, so that was all right.
Reach nice and tall. I must improve my life.
With so much to do, it's hard for our married couples to find time for those intimate moments. The Goddards have thrown themselves into everything but each other.
There's so much going on that, no, it's probably one of the best birth controls you could probably get.
Married 27 years in September.
And that'll be it. Because I really am leaving him when we go home. And I'm not joking. I can't stand him.
She loves me, really.
No, I don't.
Good morning, campers. We would like to ask all of our men 16 and over to please make sure you make your way to your chalet, get your swimming trunks.
The highlight of every camp holiday were the theme days. Today, it's Roman Day.
Hail! Hail Mark!
Our campers will have to improvise costumes and compete for the titles of Camp God and Goddess.
Oh, thank you. Place to advertise. Be careful of the pin.
Most modern holidays are spent trying to look cool on a beach or posing in the sun by a pool. Making a fool out of yourself with a bedsheet is not in the itinerary.
Make sure not too off the shoulder. I don't want to get anybody too excited.
But our campers seem to be loving it.
Caesar. Hail Caesar.
Hail! Hello, sir. What is your name? Please tell this lovely audience what your name is.
My name is Tobias Fatius.
My name is Jim Dorian. I am from Atlantis.
Fantastic.
My name is Georgius Geriatricus.
Last but by no means least, what is your name, kind sir?
Johnnius Spankius.
Feel ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Down the pub when we get back in.
I just hope I don't spill the mystery soup down here.
Actually, get a very nice breeze up the Colosseum.
What a sight. I'm glad it's him and not me, put it that way.
The campers seem to have completely lost their modern inhibitions. The ladies don't even bat an eyelid at having to make bikinis out of scraps of cloth and safety pins.
Look at you with your tits out.
Sorry.
The girls fitted the togas to the men. We should be allowed to get our own hands in action and fit the bikinis to the girls, shouldn't we, boys?
Definitely. That's it. Look, he's working.
She is a beautiful girl.
We want the points for our team.
Anyway, apart from the figure.
Oh, she's got a beautiful figure, George.
Oh, she's got... Yeah, but I mean, you've got to accept all parcels the way they come.
A catwalk. A catwalk, that's it. A stretchy fabric.
It's a bit stretchy, yeah.
It's a bit stretchy.
It's got some stretch in it.
It's got some stretch in it. It'd have to, really. A vision in polka.
Many of them in a pound.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
What's the name for this? Is this like the uplifter?
Yeah, the
Or
firm
something.
uplift.
There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that it simply must go to the Goddard family.
The Goddard
Innocent sauciness was as risky as it got at a 60s camp. Our campers are lapping it up as they choose the camp god with a kiss.
James,
there, mate.
remember where you belong. Keep it in the family.
Sorry, George, my heart belongs to another.
broke his heart.
That was cruel.
Come on, Tabby.
You got a bit of pink there now.
A little bit of pink.
It all comes down to a final deciding kiss.
Wow. Here he is. Our God. Thompson clan. And 5 points to the Thompsons.
Dressing up as a Roman couldn't be further from bachelor Steve Cassell's usual holiday.
My idea of an ideal holiday would be, I don't know, somewhere exotic, with lots of sun and lots of things to do because I get very bored very easily. Me and one of my closest friends, Emma, decided that we wanted to do the whole STA backpacking around the world thing. We went to Athens and then flew over to Thailand, chilled out on the beach, and we went up to a couple of Buddhist temples, and then we went over to Sydney, we partied, then to Fiji. Fiji is one of the most beautiful places on the face of the earth. And then finally we ended up in LA. I've been about a bit. I'm not sure that the 60s Britain summer camp would be my ideal kind of scenario, but you know, we'll see.
As a nation, we spend £23 billion a year on foreign holidays. But Steve's discovering you don't have to go to the other side of the world to have a good time.
Being voted Olympic god, I think that's a bit of an honour. We've lost everything else, and we lost almost every game. So why, I don't know. But I think I gave it my all today. So, and it's always nice to be popular with the ladies, isn't it? Bit of a waste, but
Very good. Very camp. It's very fitting that Steve won it. Brilliant.
My God, vitamins.
Steve may be revelling in the gaiety of the Sunshine Camp.
Hello, Dad.
But newlywed James Felton just can't bring himself to join in.
Oh, that's more like a flaming prison camp in holiday camp. Having to do this, you have to do that. I don't want to do the toga thing, so he's not making me put a toga on. Like having a laptop, I don't like it. People laughing at me. It's not really making a fool out of myself.
Get set. Go!
But by contrast, James's wife Tracy is throwing herself into her holiday.
Severely pissed off. Just want to go home. Oh, I want to get off here. Just get out of this flaming place. My idea of a honeymoon is being in Seychelles or in Bahamas or something like that without my kids. Not that kids are a hindrance around, but it just ain't no honeymoon. Not for me, it ain't anyway.
The pace never slows at Sunshine Camp. The activities are relentless. Those who continue to get involved are having a great time.
Russell! Yeah, watch it! Go on,
No
The Alliston family are really starting to notice a change in their children, Joe and Sophia.
I'm really impressed with Joseph because normally if I asked him to do anything he wouldn't want to do it. And Sophia, I think she's a reluctant teenager who is conscious of her body. But seeing her dancing here today, it's so nice to see. I'm proud of all of them. I'm really pleased that They're really enjoying themselves much more than I ever thought that they would.
And the kids of ultra-competitive Jackie Goddard are noticing a change in their mum.
This week, my mum's been quite surprising because she's been up for everything and like really energetic and talkative and always running around and laughing and making jokes, when at home she don't really do it.
3, 2, 1, come on! Yeah!
Today, most Britons jet off on holiday in search of nothing more than a suntan. Lounging about in the sun is a habit that's proving hard to kick for culture traveller Fiona Thompson. She has once more abandoned the group to do her own thing with Steve.
It's better. Peace.
That's what I'm saying to myself. I'm just saying I'm not here, it's not real.
You tell them that they have to come round, it's not fair on their house, that they're just being lazy and going off.
The pink coats make sure no one gets left out of the fun.
We're having time out this morning, guys.
Well, we need you down there to take part. It's not fair on your team.
We've done everything else.
You've got loads of time off.
Every activity. We're not doing this.
You've got loads of time to sunbathe.
Fiona might find the pink coats irritating, but in the 60s, everyone thought the coats were a great laugh.
Redcoats were they were fun people. And when you saw a red coat, you knew that there was something going on. You know, they'd have a guy dressed in a gorilla suit in tow, or something would always be happening.
These people, as Billy Butlin always used to say, they've come from all sorts of terrible places. This is their one fortnight of year. You must make sure that they are the most important people in the world. You dance with the birds who nobody else would dance with, you know. You chatted to the old ladies and the old boys and that sort of stuff. You were in the swimming pool. You were always being pushed in the pool by the kids. We used to have a boating lake. You had to be in this boating lake and they'd always upend the boat you were in, you know. Isn't it funny, you know?
You had to be bouncy, bouncy and hey, 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 ho, ho, let's go.
That was a priority in their agenda, to make everybody feel, you know, as though they want to have a real good time. And even if you didn't want to have a good time, we're going to make you have a good time.
In the 60s, innocent pranks by the coats were all part of the fun. Our pink coats have a few tricks of their own.
That was actually quite funny. Oh, if the cameras weren't there, I'd call you so many names!
For now, Fiona Thompson seems to have taken the drenching in good humour.
I believe you just did that to you. I cannot...
All week, she's been up and down about the whole experience.
That is awful.
On day one, she was refusing to come out of her chalet.
I think it's the pink coats. They piss me off. And they're supposed to be here to make our holiday as pleasant as possible.
But by day 3, she was having a great time.
We loved it. Loved it. Brilliant.
60s campers would have seen water throwing as a harmless prank. But Fiona has decided to take matters to the major.
This is assault, Major. This is assault, and I am not having it. I have remained there quietly and calmly, not said a word to anybody else, not caused trouble at all. I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want any more fuss than is necessary, but I do want it dealt with, and you will tell me what you're going to do about it.
Please, please don't tell me how I must run the camp. I think you've got to understand that this was misplaced enthusiasm, appallingly.
Misplaced enthusiasm? He is here to make our enjoyment better. Once you've passed on that information to me, if I don't think that that's appropriate, then I will take my own action myself.
Fiona's reaction to the water-throwing prank would have been unheard of 40 years ago.
He should be dismissed, and in any other circumstance he would be.
It's a busy evening for the Major. Honeymooner James Felton has decided to go home, leaving his bride behind.
Right, who wants to start? I'm going tonight. There's nothing you can do about it. I am going tonight. I'm not staying here any longer. It is twisting my melon. I can't handle it anymore.
We've not fell out. No. We're not divorcing her out like that, even though we're the honeymoon couple, but it's James's choice, and
it's not my
I know the way he feels, and I just...
You decided on this, because the one thing I don't want to do is to spend hours us arguing and falling out over it. I mean, if you...
I'm going home.
OK, fine.
Have a KFC for me. Love you too.
James heads back to Blackpool, taking younger son Mason with him. The honeymoon lasted just 2 days.
It's not going to be my last kiss, is it? We're going on for a jump on Friday, Thursday, whatever it is. So, you know, what's a jump? A good old scene too.
Night, 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 we're turning off the lights. So night, night, campers, all camp. Campers, so long, good luck, sweet tight. Something like that. Night, night, campers, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, God bless. See you tomorrow morning. Sleep tight, everybody.
Janet thrills the crowd. Steve turns on the waterworks. And there's trouble brewing in Sunshine Camp.
You're feeling very intimidated now. Oh, go on, act like the little baby.